Johnny's Match.com profile showed him in red pajamas, seated on a front porch step with 2 Scotty dogs, a picture someone's mom would take on Christmas. His face seemed to say, "Happy holidays, I'll be your first date." The week before, my church friend and I had met for lunch. With 4 children, a husband, and 2 beautiful homes, she surprised me by saying, "I kind of envy you, you know." I laughed. "Why?" She smiled. "You're going to have first kisses again." That's optimistic, I thought, as I got into my car, the divorce papers still fresh on the passenger seat. The night of the date, I walked briskly through Bryant Park in my red wool coat and umbrella, bracing against the rain. In my pocket, I felt the scrap of paper I'd scribbled a prayer on in the train. Just let us both have fun. I straightened my dress and adjusted my leather boots. My stomach tightened as I sidestepped puddles toward the restaurant. I could hear my body fit teacher's voice saying, "Shoulders back, abs in, chin up, smile." True to his pictures, plus a few pounds, Johnny was brown-haired, round of face, and right around my age. He had a Brooklyn accent, a Polish last name, and a stature just taller than mine. Wearing a brown houndstooth jacket and a toothy, mischievous grin, he took my coat and ushered me to our corner booth. Smacking his strawberry gum, he said, "You made it." He ordered wine, and I nervously took out my hairband. He reached over and smoothed his finger across my forehead. "No, keep it up," he said. "I like it." Over salad, he told me about his days of skipping school, selling drugs, and getting arrested. He scooted closer, stroking his hand on my thigh. "I'm not used to going out with good girls," he said. I tilted my head. "What makes you think I'm good?" I'd said nothing about what I do for a living. He paused. "You don't swear, you're polite, and you're dressed." His eyes moved down my chest, past my waist, and back up. "Conservative." I looked down at my form-fitted black shift. The fabric was even shiny. It was like in 6th grade when I showed up at Scott's bar mitzvah wearing my best Sunday school dress, a white frock with 3 pastel bows, while the other girls slid by in sequined, strapless gowns. Sexy was always a few steps ahead of me. Our sautéed scallops arrived, rimmed with caramel brown glaze, and I cut mine slowly. "This is fun," I said to myself. "We're having fun." After months of court dates, tax forms, and moving boxes, fun was an alien concept, an island vacation you earned a trip to. Johnny ordered us more wine and leaned closer, his face inches from mine. His eyes in the dim light were unusually round and open, so much white around the iris, like the eyes of the possum or raccoon that beamed at me when I took out the garbage at night. I couldn't decide if I found them playful or frightening. He squeezed my hand and whispered, "Let's kiss now and get the tension over with." Before I could formulate an answer, his mouth pressed to mine and our heads weaved together with overlapping lips, negotiating noses and fluttering eyelids. The sheer proximity of a man's face and voice and skin startled me. The only other man I'd ever kissed was my ex-husband, our first time on a concrete ledge outside a graduate student swing dance. I had closed my eyes and waited for something to happen. I didn't know you had to move your mouth. I didn't know you didn't have to marry the first man you kissed. I tried not to think about this as Johnny moved his mouth from my lips to my cheek to the top of my ear. We walked to Grand Central to catch my train, and he swiftly pulled me to the wall around the corner from the 42nd Street entrance. It felt like someone had flipped the switch of every one of my cells to on. "Why leave now?" Johnny murmured. His breath warmed near my neck. I felt the crumpled up prayer in my pocket. "Tomorrow's Sunday," I said. "So, Sunday," he shrugged. "Sleep in, football." I thought about the ankle-length black wool robe I'd be wearing early the next morning, the table of bread and wine I'd stand behind. I tried to picture Johnny there. "I should probably tell you," I said, "I'm a minister."